either, but I think that's worse.
Body, we'll officially open up the commissioners meeting for today. And on your agenda, as you're following it, we'll be moving Billy Engel's Protection Plus up into new business right below Barry Ritter at the PSAP service. So, first up, council update. We have some council members today and the president. Morning.
Thanks for that notation.
Yeah.
Greg Cheeseman, Randolph County Council. Last meeting, we did a few things. We, as obvious, we approved the money for the courthouse security as they were here this morning for their first day and working everything out. Darren James, the coroner, was at our meeting and went through all the stuff that they needed to purchase for the new morgue, and they got that approved and he was told to get the stuff ordered right away so it could be planned for and get built into the process. Art County Sheriff was here and asked for $7,600 for an Axion interpretation thing for the radios to interpret different languages, and he said that they'd only come across one language so far that they wouldn't interpret, but said that it would be more
What
common.
language was that?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. I wouldn't have known it anyway.
Okay.
But Baker Tilly, we approved the funding for them to complete a 2027 comprehensive financial plan, so we maybe have a little guidance as to what we're going to do come budget time.
How much was the cost on that?
What
was the cost on that?
I don't have that in front of me, Missy. I can't tell you that. It's on the.
I believe it's 30,000.
Yeah.
It was on the.
I think I saw
it was on the computer. Yes.
On that note, too,
Yes.
Greg will be sending in an additional appropriation for that professional services line.
Right.
For the things that we got going on.
That's part of it.
Well, it'll be in that line.
Yeah, it'll be in that line.
That's one of the reasons why we're.
Yeah.
Correct.
That'll be next month.
Next month, right?
Yeah, we haven't got it advertised yet, so.
So yeah, that's about all we did there, our last meeting, other than the normal transfers and appropriations. Did a lot of bridge appropriations to get a lot of that started. So
Good.
That's all I have. You got
Any questions, Tom?
Nope.
Missy?
Nope.
I don't either.
All right. Thank you.
Staying for the whole meeting?
Yeah.
Plenty coming up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Barry Ritter, PSAP Services. And Chris Shanefeld with him. If you would just please identify yourself for the public. And
Is it on?
it is now.
It is now.
Yeah.
Good morning. Barry Ritter, owner of Ritter Strategic Services, your public safety consultant.
Chris Shanefeld, Randolph County 911 Director, EMA Director.
Okay, Barry.
So I think the first thing you have before you is a Exhibit B engagement for the additional services.
So, commissioners, everybody has looked at the Exhibit B? Yep. Missy?
Yep.
Any questions or concerns? So I make a motion to approve Exhibit B, which is $18,000 added to the current contract for 12 months duration. Correct?
Correct.
Move to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign.
So shortly after I met with you the last time and we engaged in a contract for services at the PSAP, Chris encountered a staffing issue that has continued to grow, which caused commissioners and Chris and I to take a look at what are the options for staffing the 911 center to ensure that they're well-qualified individuals helping staff that center 24/7. As part of that, Chris initiated a hiring process, or was in a process. He'll provide you an update on the status of that and the potential for those applicants for that process. But then also we began looking at staffing companies, much like traveling nurses scenarios for PSAP telecommunicators. And Gary and Chris and I had an opportunity to interview one of the recommended companies
I believe it
for
was Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I apologize. That will happen again. Had an opportunity to interview one of those companies. They did provide a scope of work and a master agreement as well as a list of references. I contacted or sent emails to the 14 references that were listed. I sent each of you an email with a synopsis of the findings or comments from that particular company. Let's not lose sight of the fact we're dealing with human beings, likes, dislikes, and managing a contractor to that extent would be present the same or has the potential of presenting the same issues in a particular center that a regular employee does because you're dealing in the same environment. The only issue there is the handling of those particular subcontractors that may be working in the 911 center. Now, the master agreement and the scope of work provides all of the authority back to a single point of contact in the county, which obviously would be Chris, to manage those employees, schedule those employees, and terminate without cause those employees under that contract. The vendor gives you that latitude. I reviewed both of those documents, sent my comments to you and to your county attorney and Chris for consideration if you were going to give strong consideration to contracting with this company. There were no red flags, there were no concerns. I think that the overarching important point is open, unfettered communications between Chris and that company and their point of contact. They shared with us in that interview that should the county exercise a contract with them, it would take up to 6 weeks to identify staffing to be able to come to Randolph County to assume those positions. So in the event you move that direction, we still have a 6-week window here of Chris and his staff working a significant number of hours and manipulating the schedule to ensure that that center's open and operating, which it has been, and we expect for it to continue. I also sent that synopsis to Chris, so anything that you want to talk about relates to that company.
No, well, the only thing I would say in relation to the company is they asked in the meeting if they had to be APCO certified. And I said my main concern is that they're certified by one of the three basic certifying agencies, whether that's APCO, NENA, or IAD.
Real quick, can you tell us what those mean?
APCO is the association, the International Association of Public Safety Communication Officials, and NENA is the National Emergency Number Association, and IAD is the International Emergency Academy of Dispatching. So those.
Which one does Indiana require?
Indiana doesn't require any certain one to be certified by. They're just saying in Indiana you have to have certain certifications.
Okay.
We don't have to belong to a certain organization.
Okay, thank you.
So, you know, the big difference is if we go with this company, we may get people that I would say probably would come from IAED or have their certifications. Really, the big difference is the platforms in which they operate when it comes to emergency medical dispatching. At least that's kind of my understanding. Because they've got a program you have to use for emergency medical dispatching. So that would be the only thing there is there may be a difference, but they would still be certified in at least PST and EMD, which is my two primary concerns, getting them here. And beyond that, we can get them certified if they stay here long enough under APCO.
How quick would it take you to get them proficient with our operations and, you know, with the platform we're using when you bring somebody like that in? If they have all the other certifications.
It depends on how well they can adapt to a new environment. I mean, I've been to a few agencies where I went and done dispatching on an emergency basis for when officers have been killed in the line of duty. and you just kind of stay in one area. So dispatching is pretty much dispatching, talking on radio. It's the CAD system and the geography that you don't know. So it just depends on how much they can pick that up and how quickly they can pick that up. I will tell you right now, there's only 3 trainers in our organization. It's me, Mindy, and Heather. And we've already got people we're training, so it's going to be difficult, regardless of what route we take, whether it's going with contractors or if we go with just trying to hire local people and getting them in. It's not going to be easy either way.
We'll actually probably be doing both simultaneously. Is that right?
Do what?
We'll be if we were to take this company on, we'll still have an all-out hiring.
Yeah, I've still got positions I have to fill.
The question on that contract, Barry, possibly, it's up to 6 weeks to onboard. Can they do it quicker than that? If they have 1, 2, 3, they come on, or they want to bring all 4 at one shot?
My understanding, they would give the county the latitude to do that.
Even
And
if they tripled in one at a time?
some of the references stated within their contracts, while they contracted for X number of telecommunicators, they brought them in as they had them. So at fewer numbers.
Okay. And one of the things in the contract that was redlined and sent back, we'll get into a discussion of why PSAP does the jail, the sheriff's, the doors of the jail, but they do right now. We have to get to that later. Is this something that they would say, I'm not doing that because that's not a function of PSAP?
They potentially could say that. However, you're going to have an employee in that room. There's going to be a Randolph County employee working there too that.
There'll never
now
be a time where we don't have a Randolph County individual in the room with these contractors.
There shouldn't be.
There shouldn't be.
I want Randolph County people in
I
the
do
room
too.
as much as possible. So my goal would be that they would be with somebody that's already certified in this county. That would be the same as releasing a new person.
Okay.
I don't want new people that don't have the experience being with another new person. That's a no-go in my world as far as that goes.
And
Gary, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, the one thing, we're talking about four people for 6 months,
Yes,
just because I don't think that's been stated.
yeah, 4 for 6 months. Yes, Barry.
So has the red line version been returned back to Rescue 911 with that request that my red line version of the jail responsibilities exist and would be part of the contract?
I don't want to guess. I can find out from our attorney today.
Okay.
But,
We just want to make sure
Absolutely.
that provision's in there. If not, there's a clause that they can charge additional money if you
I see
add
that.
responsibilities.
Right.
And then,
There's also a clause on a contract employee that kind of took me off guard a little bit, is they get to increase their charged wages on a holiday, even though they're a contract employee. Is that normal? Oftentimes you get
I don't
contract
charge you
employees.
more when I work on a holiday,
Most people don't in
but
the contract world.
that's a little unusual, but their business model.
It's their business, I get that, but
Yeah.
it is unusual. Okay. We don't have 3 or 4 to choose from either, so,
Right.
yeah.
And I don't know, Chris, if you had any conversation with your current staff about the implications of,
Yes. So the concern I have is if we go with this contract company, because I've talked to my senior people, and
Who are your senior people? I mean, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Heather and Mindy at the moment, because we're the only 3 that are left staying, because we had the 4 that
I just
resigned.
want to know
and
who
then we're-
those people were.
Okay. If we're going to pay contractors $50 an hour plus their per diem and whatever else comes along with that, I'm probably going to lose them. Because I already seen the application this morning for one. That was for a neighboring agency that's hiring. And I'm not looking to be held hostage by any sense of the means, but at the same time, they've been here, they're working multiple shifts just like I am. And, they said obviously we're not that broke if they can do this, so.
The
They're-
part I don't think that gets quite clearly understood is a contract employee gets no benefits, no health insurance, and it's not a long-term job, it's a
Yeah.
short-term job. And I get it.
Yeah, I understand the argument and everything.
It's-
We've already discussed
yeah,
this.
It's actually the truth.
Yes, no argument for me with it. But that's just
It's
that
perception,
feeling.
I get it.
It's that feeling. So I just wanted to bring that out there. however we go.
I appreciate that, which you should.
Yeah.
Missy, Jeff, more?
So why do you think I have realized I've been in county government now for, I think 7 years. And this is something I have heard perpetually when I was a council member, lost employees, lost employees. Tell me why. Why do we lose so many employees? Because I've talked to other counties surrounding, they don't lose them at the attrition that we do.
Well, the biggest reason we've had here lately is personality issues between employees.
But let's be careful not to dive.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
diving
just
into
wanna
any
know, how
names
do
or
we
anything, I'm just
solve
saying,
this?
that's just what it
Because we're
basically.
gonna move past, I appreciate Barry's knowledge and help on this greatly, but we've got to fix some of our issues going forward to make sure we keep employees.
And I'm
it's
trying
not
to
a
do what I
revolving
can
door.
within the House to do that. And that's come down to issuing ways that we do shift change pass-ons. I had to reiterate our bullying, gossiping policy to try to nip some of this in the bud. But people are people, and I can't control everything. But right now it's that, and then the one employee that we had, because we were changing the schedule, she chose to put her kids first. And she said, her kids.
Absolutely.
So I have no argument with that. I understand it. And the schedule that we had proposed would have been a lot. And for at
Did you
least
talk
this.
to them about that before to get their input on how they felt about that before you said you were going to implement it?
Typically we do, but when we were at this point, I didn't have really any other option. And we've gone back and we've able to get it to go back to our previous schedule for this month, but next month we may be looking at the 2-1 again. That's the best thing I can give you right now.
I think it's important to stabilize the workforce,
Absolutely.
but I also believe that the schedule changes, from the county's perspective, you want to ensure that the employee's work week is defined in writing.
Absolutely.
And now, as the employer, you have the right to change their work week. But you can't change their work week to alleviate overtime. So make sure that the employees that you have are being compensated for overtime in accordance with your policy, because they are a civilian employee, so they're not law enforcement. You can't put them on a 28-day schedule or a Kelly schedule. And anything over 40 is overtime for those employees. We want to make sure we do that.
Barry, will there be any training for leadership that Chris can take to see how we can fix this issue?
There's classes for management, mid-management out there that eventually that he could enroll in if he's not already. I'm not sure what his certifications are, but yes is the answer when time would be available for that.
Just so you know, I've been through the CMCP course, which is the Center Manager Certification Program. I've been through the Registered Public Safety Leader course and graduated of that. The next course after this would be Certified Executive Manager Program, and that's a year-long cohort, and then it requires 2 weeks in Orlando on top of it. I've had the classes, and some places don't have the attrition that we do. That may be true, but this is obviously an ongoing nationwide problem. It's nothing new to emergency services or 911 in particular.
I think that the overarching important point here is 911 is working.
Right.
It's operating. Citizens' calls are being answered. Emergency services are being dispatched. This other mess that you're working on, that we're working on, we'll continue working on, but calls will be answered. Services will be sent. Public safety is not being impacted in any manner.
Have you had any discussions with Wayne County that's gotten anywhere yet?
I had a preliminary conversation with the director down there, Matthew Kane, because as you know, Wayne is currently doing manpower coverage for Union County, which is a little bit different than Randolph. We've spent a great number of years equipping Union as a mirror image of Wayne. And there would be some dispatch technology issues in Randolph that Wayne and Randolph would have to work through for fire paging, radio communications, those types of things. Nothing that's insurmountable, may cost some dollars. He's looking at that, beginning to pull a plan together in an emergency, because as I said before, in the event that a 911 call is not answered here, the default routing, the call goes to Wayne.
What trips it to go down there? Nobody answers the phone.
It times out.
It times out.
Times out.
And it's not, somebody has to push a button forward, it's computerized forwarded.
Yes.
Okay. And does it get tested once in a while to make sure it's working?
It's working, because we had a head-on crash yesterday, and
Yeah.
with myself and Mindy in the room, and we were busy on the 2 calls, and we had 4 others that rolled over to Wayne.
Okay.
So, and they notified us that we had the crash as well, but,
Oh, okay. I
so
think
it does work.
I'd like to get back to why we're doing the rescue, and I understand your people, Chris, it is a short time thing. If I thought that we could be heading out of this in 3 weeks, I don't think I would entertain it, but I don't think we are heading out of it in 3 weeks. I think you, as well as everybody else, needs help in there just so you can get mental breaks of your round. I mean, I hear you on the scanner almost every single day. So the 911 situations we have down there, in my opinion, it's like the unsung heroes. Nobody knows you're there until something happens. It's if you think it through and what's going on down there, it's not like you haven't been through this set of commissioners and the commissioners before us, and I was on there too, and even before that there are underlying issues going on in the PSAP Center, and we didn't take any action because it kept working and it kept working and it kept working. And now, I don't think it's any one particular problem. I think it's a snowballing effect of several problems going on at the same time. That's why we've hired Barry and his services to help us and you figure out what we can do better in there to make it. I'd like to be in a position where we're taking people from people instead of giving up people after we certify them. And we got to figure out why we got to get to that no matter who the overall people are managing it. If nobody wants to work in our PSAP Center, no matter who's managing, no matter who the people they're working with, we got to figure out what we need to do to make that work. And that's what I'm getting on here. I think I would have to look your employees right in the eye, Chris, if they come up here and say, I don't like contractor employees either. I think we're against the wall, we need to do it. Or we're just being delinquent.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just doing my due diligence to relay
thank
the
you.
message.
Tom, what else?
The biggest thing is to get the message to our county employees that the contract employees are there really to benefit them. We're investing in our county employees, even though we're paying them more, because for their mental health, for their relief of hours. And, obviously we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't an emergency type situation.
I understand.
And I think even after Barry gives what we already know from some of the reports you've given us, and maybe some discussion with our council, that we haven't kept up with the times of the professionalism it takes in there to get the right people in. The last thing we want to do is just take whatever we can get because we're backs against the wall. If we can manage this
And that's
thing-
what I'm hoping to try to avoid now with filling these open positions. That's why I'm taking my time and making sure that they're going through an assessment and that. And then, like I said, when I talked to you on the phone the other day, we'll get the interview board in and get them interviewed. They're the open positions, but I want to make sure that we're looking at the right people, because it doesn't do me any good to hire people that aren't.
Good.
I was going to say, and like you said, one of the biggest, most important things is as you're bringing in new people, you want to make sure they're ready when you put them on their own, and they have that time. And the contract people would help alleviate that a little bit.
Yes.
The stress level's high over there. Your stress level's high.
Mm-hmm.
We need to do this just for what we have left so everybody gets a break. We have to do it, I think. Anyway, Missy, final thoughts?
Yeah, I think there needs to be some definite changes in leadership down. Well, what we're going to tolerate. They asked me some time back to call some of the people who were working over there and ask what the problems were why were they leaving? Because we've had a lot come and go, come and go, come and go. I think behavior with everybody in there was a big issue.
Missy, not to cut you
Yeah,
off, but
no,
I think
I
we're
know.
going to get into executive
Yeah.
session details. We really don't need to go too deep
Well,
into this.
that's my concern on solving this issue.
Well,
So
and
I
it-
think
Sure it is.
I think we're heading the right direction, and I do appreciate Barry taking this on.
And I will say, and I said it before, I'll say it again, if you think that the issue is with me, you have that prerogative to have that vote and remove me. I would rather that be done than me sit here and then, or constantly thinking that it's an issue with me, so I'm just laying that out there.
Well, and you have before, and again, we're way too early in this to blame anybody. If anybody gets any blame, I think it can start with the commissioners way back when we've seen problems coming of letting it continue to run because it just wasn't a problem, it was just a concern. Concerns jump into problems, and that's what's happened to us. I don't blame any one person at all. I do believe we have a multiple cascading effect, which is being difficult at times. We're going to get through it, and as Barry has said and reiterated to the public, the phone's going to get answered, emergency services is going to be dispatched, and we are going to get this fixed. So the next, Barry, what do you see next? Do you think we're ready to ask our attorney to approve this contract, and if he does, go ahead and enter into it so you can let them know?
If that's the desire of commissioners,
Right, I'll get to that if that's getting.
have the attorney.
I've seen in there where they have the right to charge us immediately upon approval. That means before we ever get a person in-house. What if they don't?
There's upfront charges, first month per diem, I believe was in there, plus an onboarding fee based on the number of employees. So it was like 15,000 onboarding plus first month's per diem.
Yeah,
I
like
believe.
20,000. doesn't it?
Yeah.
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 So we'll have to get our attorney to give me the approval. He's in a different case today. And of course, we got to get the council to fund the line item. And one of the things the council president and I have talked about, and Laura's given me some information on it, is the 911 lines that aren't being used right now is available funding to help pay for it. We're not paying for group insurance for these people and people who don't even work for us right now. So there's a little bit of funding in there that can help pay for all this. And then I guess the rest will have to be taken out of reserves in county general for the council. So with that, would somebody like to make a motion, if so desired, that we begin the process of onboarding Rescue 911 after I talked to our attorney, his approval, and the council's approval of funding?
I'd make that motion.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. We have a motion, second. Do we have any further discussion on this? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Anything else, Barry?
Just for the efficiency assessment project that officially begins today, my team, we had our kickoff meeting on Friday. We'll be scheduling a call with Chris this week, so we're getting started on that.
Okay.
Chris, anything else?
No, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Billy Ingalls, patiently waiting. Thank you for coming. Please identify yourself when you come up. Billy Ingalls for the public is, you go ahead and identify.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm Billy Ingalls. I'm the Operations Director for Protection Plus Security Company. We're the ones that have implemented the security protocols for the main lobby this morning. So I know that we have submitted a contract, and I've been working with your attorney, referenced that language, and I think we finally got to the final verbiage. If there's something that needs corrected or changed, let us know. But other than that, we're set and ready. I think everybody went through smooth this morning. There's going to be a learning curve, obviously. I think the biggest thing is people to recognize that equipment is state of the art. It's customizable for settings. So like normal years ago, all the metal detection, you had to empty your pockets, take your jewelry, all that stuff. This equipment is designed to prevent that from happening, and it speeds up the process. So as people are coming in, truly the bags just have to be placed on the scanner to go through x-ray, and then they can walk through. I think some of the biggest hurdle this morning was drinks. Everyone's bringing in one of their own Yeti mugs or whatnot. Some of them will go through the technology, some of them won't. It depends on the density of the metal with that. So learning that technology and learning that they can come through without divesting all their stuff out of their pockets and everything, I think by the end of the week, it'll be a second nature to everybody coming in and out. So, and I do know that what's there now is a temporary setup. I know there's a few things, signage and things that we'll probably have to add just to get through until the build out's complete the way we want it permanent. But so far, so good this morning.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I come through just like any normal person would from the public, and it was no issue at all, bags and all. You're right on the part that, we're probably 95% there. We got 5% will be, the courts have a lot of input on what the procedures will be down there. The county commissioners can add to it. We can't retract from it. So we'll be working that out, listening to the public, working with you, getting the signage, getting the doors changed. But even without the doors changed, it's well secured down there. I think Jake did a wonderful job getting all the signs up around where you cannot mistakenly not head to the front doors. So
Right. No, yeah, it looks good. Jake's been a tremendous help to us, and I know our staff during the down times, you're going to go through busy spurts, and then you're going to have a lull in service there. I've instructed the guards down there to make exterior row checks just to make sure that the signs haven't blown down, anything's not out of place, moved, anything like that, just to keep the consistency on the exterior for people.
Yep. Tom,
I don't have a thing.
Missy.
Other than Jake has done an amazing job getting all, he knows the building inside and out, and he's done a great job too. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get a desk down there for the officers, and I know we've talked about adding camera systems for monitor down there and things like that. I think IT came down this morning. They're going to establish a phone down there too, so offices will be able to communicate with the staff down there at the entry point as well. So things are going to evolve. We know that, and we look forward to it.
Yeah, Leaf's working with us too to get panic buttons worked into computers so people know when something got, not that it got through, but things happen.
Yep.
So it's all working well. I'm glad we got it started. In front of me right now is our contract for protection services that has had the corrections that I can see that Meeks has suggested, our county attorney. So would somebody make a motion to approve the contract for protection services? And this is a pricing that you told Commissioner Williams you would hold for 3 years?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and that's listed in the contract. And I know, obviously, being government, we put that stipulation in there for the
County
approval council.
Yep, yearly appropriations.
Yep.
Yeah. So, any questions on the contract, Tom?
I do not.
Missy?
Nope.
Somebody make a motion to approve the contract for Protection Plus for courthouse security.
I make that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign. The other two.
Yeah.
All right, you need a copy of this?
Yeah, once it's signed, if you guys,
Yeah.
we can sign it and get it complete.
Anything else for us?
We're good for now.
Anybody have anything else for Barry?
Nope.
All right.
I'm sorry, Billy.
That's all right. I've worked with Barry for many years, so I'm familiar with him. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Tony Jacobs, Argo Consulting. Morning.
Good morning, sir. Tony Jacobs with Argo Consulting Engineers. We're here this morning for review the bids for the HVAC renovation project at the jail. As you probably saw in my letter 2 weeks ago, we recommended that we throw out both of the bids that were received because of discrepancies on both their itemized proposal sheets and on their Form 96 forms. If you'd like, I can go through those real quick.
Well, I don't, I've read it.
Okay.
The only thing that I would have on that is I did speak to one person that thought that the instructions were a little bit confusing that caused that. And I don't know, but I'm sure you can work with them because we're good. The commissioners will decide if we're going to accept these or
Okay.
take your recommendation of throwing them out and starting over.
Well, and like I said, I recommend, my recommendation is just based on
Yeah.
simply looking at the paperwork, their Form 96, and if we go to their proposal sheets, they don't add up. They don't match each other. One is off by 965,000, the other one's off by 322. So, and one contractor didn't even fill out a unit cost sheet,
Right.
so.
Well, I'm going to take your recommendation personally.
Okay.
That when the people really do it, I guess they can get your phone number if they have some questions on, not costing or anything, or if they're not understanding how it's filled out, then make a call.
Yep, I made my information available to all of the contractors, so.
Is it possible when they do come through again, not to make any approvals or whatnot, can you review it and say it's properly filled out before they submit? Or is that something?
I would be happy if they would contact me, and we can't discuss
Right.
their numbers
At all.
or any of the equipment,
Just
or
procedural.
we can discuss procedurals,
Okay.
so.
Tom?
Time frame to rebid.
I think we can, I was just sitting here thinking about that. I think we can actually have a walkthrough as early as June 16th, and that gives public notification time, and it gives time to put it up on the bidder site for publication. And I think that gives the county the opportunity to bid it, or to advertise it 2 times before we have a walkthrough.
Okay.
And then that would mean the earliest we could receive quotes back would be mid-July.
Anything else, Tom?
That's it.
Missy?
Those are some big discrepancies. I mean, you wonder,
Well, if you actually add up their
Yeah,
their proposal
it's
sheets,
right.
they are within $16,000 of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes down to, I don't know, mathematical
Right.
or something, but just looking at their itemized proposal sheet, the contractors are, like I said, within
Right.
$16,000 of each other. So, or that's a 0.25%. So, which is I think kind of rare in a project of this size. So,
We just got to get down to get the procedures correct.
Correct.
Certainty of it correct.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't talk to
I got it.
why they did that.
Right.
I'd like
So
to,
the commissioners, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'd like to return the bids to you.
We'll send them over.
Okay.
So it's your recommendations that we reject these and start over?
Yes, sir.
We heard the recommendation from our consultants. So I make a motion to that effect.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
second,
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
are we going to give them a timeline to have that back into you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That'll be in a new set of bidding documents.
Yes.
So we have to put the project out to
Right.
rebid,
Bid.
and we'll actually just address it as a rebid of the HVAC project.
Anything else, Missy?
And anybody else can add in, or
Yes,
just
ma'am.
us two? Okay.
Yeah, it opens up,
Thanks.
like,
It'll
Opens it totally
it'll
up.
be publicly notified, so
we could have 10 next time. Or one.
let's hope so.
Yeah. Anything else, Missy?
Nope, that's it.
All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Okay, thank you.
Aye.
I want to take this moment in time to thank you for all your input and help on getting the chiller systems up in the jail. They seem to be running and cooling right now. I mean,
Well,
they're down to
give
set
that-
points from what I understand.
Thank you, we'll give that credit to Jake.
Yeah, I already have. Thank you, Jake, but you also were involved.
All right,
I appreciate it.
all right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Beth Craig, grant application.
Morning.
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 And you are?
I am Beth Craig with the Probation Department.
Thank you.
So I am once again turning in a grant to Drug Free Randolph County to request funds to assist the Probation Department in funding our drug testing. It's basically the same as it always has been. I am looking for $2,600 from Drug Free Randolph County. That will pay for 100 drug screens. That is not the amount that we do, but
Sure.
yeah, we're
Okay.
just looking to get whatever help we can.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I saw on that drug free Randolph County, who oversees that?
So Dave Reese
Okay.
is the coordinator for Drug Free Randolph County, so that's where I submit.
Right.
I'll submit to him. I attend those monthly meetings to participate
know you
in this
do.
request. The money comes from the countermeasures fees from the court.
I was just wondering why you can't get more money from that.
It depends on how much has been collected. And then it is divided into 4 different categories: law enforcement, prevention, treatment. Didn't know I was going to get all these questions.
No,
I can't
I
remember
know.
the 4th one. So whatever is collected is then divided into 4 categories, and then there's different entities requesting. The schools request money.
Right.
I request money. Usually, sometimes Winchester Police Department requests some money, I think, for
Yeah.
their K-9 unit. It just kind of depends on what's available. There is more this time than there
Yeah,
was
saw
in the
that.
previous years. That's because there's more ordered paid through Superior Court, which kind of is the filtering down of the problems that we were having.
I'm
So-
not against flyers and I'm not against signs, but I would rather see you guys get money for the drug screens rather than stop drugs and out on the back roads. You understand what I mean?
And the state just dictates those categories.
Yeah.
And in the past, we were able to make some adjustments and move money around. I don't think we can do that anymore. So I'm kind of stuck with whatever. But that's okay. We'll take what we can get for help. Hopefully this year will be a little bit more.
Okay. Anything else, Mr.
Nope, that's it.
Tom? So I'd make a motion to approve the grant, the request to apply for a grant.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Second.
Motion second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
I will say one more thing. I am
Yes, sir.
impressed when I get it, sometimes I can't attend your meetings, but I am really impressed with how much you really, I don't mean this over the people who have come back, but your group does everything they can to try to help these folks not to go back down that path. And listening to you guys is kind of amazing.
We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Tammy Peg, Christmas lights.
Hello, I'm Tammy Pegg, and I was just trying to seek approval to put out either some type of luminaries out around the courthouse at Christmas time. I didn't know if,
I read your proposal. The problem with luminaries out there is during snow removal. So I think that's quite a challenge. And I can tell you the part of getting Christmas trees on the courthouse was, at least for me, it got in the middle of coordinating and getting things taken care of at the end of the season wasn't acceptable. If you guys are gonna put it in, you guys gotta get it out.
what do you mean?
Trying to find places to store it, what we're going to do with it at the end of the season. So if there is a plan put together, the plan when we approve it, which when I approve it, it's gotta have a start, stop, and how it's gonna get there.
We did have it down, Jake did give us a spot to put it in.
But it wasn't done up front. It was done at the end of it.
Well, it was my understanding that we had a spot down there, but, okay.
Well, it's my understanding we didn't. So that's why I said we gotta get that all fixed up if we do on the inside. The other part of the courthouse on the inside is the lobby's gotta be off limits during the security.
That's what, yeah, I realize that.
Yeah. So as far as what we're going to do, I mean, a Christmas tree inside doesn't bother me at all. As far as lights outside, I don't want any lights in the way of
Okay.
possible snow. Lights in the way, but I'm just one, I'll pass it on.
No, that's okay, and I didn't know if we could do it even just like for the week of Christmas or something like that, just have it up there, but that's fine, I understand that. And then,
Well, wait a minute, let me get Tom and Missy's opinion on the subject.
What are you
Oh.
talking about on luminaries? Describe that luminary for me.
well, there was 2 different ways that I was looking at it. You could either do it with lights in like the milk jugs where they put the lights in them and string them in there, like the picture that I had sent you. Or you could do like the old-fashioned way with the lunch bags with the battery-operated light in them.
Yeah, I think with the wind, I don't think either one of those is gonna,
Well,
Possibly
you
hold
would
it.
have to sand them, you'd have to put them sand down. I know that people do them, so I know it's possible.
yeah.
but-
And then I think people walking around, I'd
That's
be
fine.
afraid
I
they'd be
understand.
kicking them over.
Tom?
I'd just like to see a better plan if we're gonna do something, like you said, everything spelled out ahead of time, exactly what you're gonna do.
That's fine. I didn't know if it was even a possibility to even discuss this. So, and as far as the trees go on the inside, so I was asking about, I know they do it in Jay County where they bring in different organizations and they decorate their own tree with their advertisements and stuff on it. But I know that now that the lobby is out, is that even an option?
Not for me.
Okay,
We don't need, I mean, at least not this year, till we get all the way through everything.
okay.
Tom,
Yeah, organizations at the different offices within the courthouse one.
that's different than
That's
outside.
different. from
Right.
outside and
Not in the
necessarily
hall.
outside
That's fine. Okay.
Missy, your thoughts on it?
I agree with you guys.
What else?
All right. Nope,
That
that's
it?
it. Yep, thanks.
Thank you. Jacqueline Peed.
That's on the second page.
Jacqueline P., the clerk, and we have a post-election audit on June 26th, and we were wondering if we could use the room on the second floor.
Lois,
Yes, for them to set up and have the
How long?
auction. It's just one day,
oh,
and it's gonna be 10, I think 9 or 10 to the end of the day.
I don't perceive any construction down there.
No,
Missy, any input on that?
No, as long as they go through security, just like normal, and
Right.
realize what they can and can't bring in.
All right, so let's take these one at a time. So somebody make a motion to approve
move to approve for the audit and the
unused room below us.
the room below us.
Have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Next. What else?
That's it.
We got an election bond here we got to do.
Oh.
I have a question for you before you go.
Yeah.
Do we need a motion to,
Yeah, this is her elected official bond, since she's a new
Right.
elected official. So you guys need to approve that and
So-
sign it.
so I make a motion to approve the elected officials bond for
So
the clerk. We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Let me sign this right here. Okay, Laura's gonna get the names changed. Okay, I heard something through the grapevine, might as well get it right up front. Are you planning on working through lunch and taking half days off with your staff on Friday?
That is, I mean, I have not, but that is what has been going on, yes.
Well, I want it to stop. That's not what we're all about. Those are courthouse employees. The half days off on Friday was never meant to game the system. Taking lunch and saying that people aren't working through lunch, in my opinion, I don't have any proof in your office, generally is not what really happens 100%. So if we need to make a handbook change to keep this courthouse 8 to 4 and employees follow on the regular schedule, including taking their lunch, I'm prepared to ask our attorney to change the handbook. But I want you to know, it may not start under you. It may not have. I just found out about it.
Okay.
But I want it to stop personally myself. And I intend to talk to our attorney and get a stipulation in our handbook to make sure that our gratitude to give flex time was to help people out, not to say, let's go to short weeks. Tom?
I agree.
Missy?
Agree.
So you can tell them to stop or wait on us to get it through the handbook and make sure it stops, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Jim Nunez, are you still here?
Still alive, yeah.
I didn't see your hat, that's why I didn't.
Well, I took it off.
Oh,
I was getting hot.
huh?
I was getting hot. On behalf of the Wicks Pies and Cool Rides Committee, we would like to thank you again every year since we come up here uptown to celebrate car shows.
Thanks. Thanks.
With dash plaques.
Dash plaques.
Dash plaques.
I thought we was gonna get a piece of which part.
Well, I ran out of pies. I would have.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
I'm just one of persons of the committee. We appreciate the use of the south end and the east end of the courthouse to put on this committee or for this festival. And it always is great. This year we were only 1/3 strong because of the rain like it is now. When you have that kind of investment, it's hard. it's hard when you have an outside event. But we had fun. We every hour I kept looking outside, and Fast Eddie would tell me, which I'm slow Jim, and we have flat Fast Eddie, and we kept bringing in the boundary lines. And so we have to do that so we can have the people that does come up somewhere to park, because the mayor gave us more room. For last year, we had 310 cars registered, and we had 10 cars that didn't register outside. This year, we had 88 and 9 cars that didn't register because of times. And we told them to go ahead and register. And said, nah, we came late. There's rules and regulations. And said, we're all right. But we all had fun, and it was great. And it just makes it better for Winchester and stuff like that when you have stuff downtown. And some new people never came here before, and they explored Winchester. And that's another way to bring people from outside Randolph County. So anyway, we just appreciate everything you guys let us do here for Winchester and the Wicks Pies and Cool Rides organization. So just one way to
Thank you.
thank you guys.
Thank you. Tom?
Thanks for the constant effort you put in for all kinds of events.
Yeah.
All kinds of them, yeah.
Yeah, so sad that it rained, because that is always a great one. Thanks for all you do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you guys.
Jay Long, J.C. Bergman, Highway Annual Operations Report. Morning.
Morning.
Please identify one by one.
Jay Long, Randolph County Highway Superintendent.
J.C. Bergman, Randolph County Highway.
Nate Moore, Assistant Superintendent.
Thank you all.
All right, so we have the annual report for 2025 for the disbursements and the receipts for the year. So you just have to submit that.
Okay.
If you get your approval.
You see anything in it?
No, I think there was a place you need, yeah, you guys had to sign approval. You can find it.
I would like to say that it is very nice not to get written up by the State Board of Accounts over highway restricted and highway non-restricted, so you've evidently got the system going right. Because they do watch that.
Oh, yeah.
That's correct, we didn't get.
Right.
Yes, we need a motion to approve the,
We approving this or accepting this?
I believe we have to approve this. Let's see. I think we can accept the annual operations report. No, we got to approve it. Okay, make a motion to approve. We have a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Anything else? Jay?
Nope, that's it. You?
No, Nate?
Nope.
Are you
Doctor
feeling
knows you're
good?
here. Okay. Well, I'm glad you are. Glad you had a quick and speedy recovery.
Thank you.
So, thank you for what you guys are doing out there. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ed, good morning. Utility agreements. That's a fair question.
That's large, he made it two-sided for that 3.
Ed Thorberg, surveyor.
I see we got a utility agreement. Do you recommend that we approve it?
Yeah.
The one over by Parker?
What's that?
Over by Parker? I think.
I'll be honest, I don't remember where it is. I don't have it in front of me.
771 South Delaware County Road, Parker City.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one, okay. So I can make a motion to approve the utility agreement?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Other business, Sheriff Moisner.
I do not have anything today.
Thank you. Next up, payroll claims, $393,813.72. So I'd make a motion to approve.
Motion to
We
approve?
have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign. Regular claims of $1,393,215.52. So I make a motion to approve the regular claims.
Motion to
We
approve?
have a motion to approve the regular claims. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
These were add-ons. Two add-ons.
Forest construction for the morgue. Did you send that out?
No, I just got it in. So if you want to wait till
I do.
then that's up to you.
I'd like to look at it. I'm sure Tom will want to look at it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
So we'll wait till we have a chance.
Okay, I'll table that one.
Yep.
And then this one is the settlement we just did Friday.
For, oh.
When we do our
taxes, yeah.
taxes, yeah.
That's, yeah.
I mean, the money's already went
Yeah.
out. It just, yeah.
Make a motion to approve the spring 2026 settlement claims.
Move to approve.
We have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye opposed, same sign. Did you get an eye on that, Lisa?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's take this one. And GIS map data agreement. Ed, would you come back up? Is this an ongoing, for this GIS agreement for, $1,200, isn't it?
Is this a renewal? I thought it was a renewal.
Is it a
Should
renewal?
be renewal.
Oh, no, total fee 1,200, so no, it must be new.
Right.
Caitlin McClellan.
Are you aware of this?
No.
Do I hand this to you and give you a minute to look
Yeah,
at it?
give me a quick chance to brief myself. I don't know who this is.
I can call Melinda, she's the one that done it.
Okay. You see it, didn't you? No, okay.
They're renewing, so they've had it.
It says 1,200.
Yeah, there might be $1,200 renewal
And
contract.
the GIS application you sent up, what's that for? It says 1,200, so it must be new.
It probably means it's somebody who wants to use it. Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Just can't, it may be somebody whose corporate name, it's not the
Right.
same one we're used to.
It says on, well, on.
Let's see if you see it. Oh,
Okay, I don't know what Jacobs is, do you? Okay.
if we don't, we'll just table for 2 weeks till we get full information on what it is.
Yeah.
It's generally not a problem, but we need to know what we're signing, I think.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
There's that. I'm gonna keep that out.
Yep, thanks. Okay. Thank you. Bye. It's a company out of Indy. It's just, they're supposed to be sending a check for the $1,200. They just want it at home. Or, I mean, we don't really know them.
Maybe we can have some information for the next
Yeah.
meeting, and then we can approve it then. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Reach out to Jacobs and see if they'll send us something.
Yeah, they will, yeah. Next up is accept the bid for the highway barn and sign the contract. We have the A1A contract. I looked at it, it's for Shermelli, who is the low bidder. This is more than what we had talked about way back on the, when we were setting up projects, for a little bit of ADA changed and full concrete floor in it, so.
I'll make a motion to accept your contract.
We have a motion, I'm looking for the exact price for the public record here. It's 500 and I've read it and I can't find it. Do you know where the price is at in here? I think it's 545,000 beyond. There it is, found it. $575,194.09. Morelli was the low bidder and a capable bidder. So Tom, you say you make a motion to accept the A1 AIA contract.
Yes.
We have a motion, we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign. Just one seat.
That's fine.
Okay. And we have already taken care of the Protection Plus contract. So, Missy, anything for the commissioners this morning?
Nope.
Laura?
No.
I do not. Tom?
No.
At least if I say no, let me make sure. Nope, we're good. Okay, anybody in attendance today have anything they'd like to come up? Come on up, Sydney.
Sorry, I didn't email Laura in time to get on the agenda. I don't have much for you from RCU this month. Next month, I have a more robust report. We have some things rolling out that we just don't have answers on yet, or I can't present on yet. But I wanted to give an update on the Ready 2.0 funding, the $1 million we were tasked with finding a home for. So as you know, 3 projects were submitted. So one of those two of those have been pre-committed. One of those, the Brave Little Learners, is in the final compliance phase before their funding is released to them. The Monon Central Daycare has been pre-committed officially, so they'll move into the compliance phase probably within the next 30 to 60 days. And the Vision Corner is just a couple steps behind, and they're waiting on additional project info before they get that pre-commitment letter from the IEDC. I think at your second meeting in July, I'll have a more robust report. Our office is supposed to hear about the Brownfield grant this week, in the next couple weeks. And so again, that was a $500,000 grant. We have an RLF program that's rolling out. We'll have about $242,000. It'll be a consistent, stable, sustainable loan program for those who need it. So with that, I just wanted to say hi and answer any questions you may have, and then let you know I'll be back in July with a more detailed report.
I have just one question or follow-up. The money is going to be let out from the EDA. Mm-hmm. We need public notice on who got it and who didn't and how much.
Do you mean for the Okra? EDA is a part of the RLF. Okra, yes.
There was some, I thought, confusion in the board meeting where it was almost like a secret. This is not a secret. This is public.
No, not at all.
I want to see for the public who got what, how much they got, and who did not get accepted.
Yes.
So when can we have that?
So the notices to the awardees are going out today, and so I'll be able to present that to you. I can send it to you before my July presentation, both to the people who were awarded and who were not awarded. So
to the commissioners, not just to me.
This body, yes. Yes, I can do
I
that.
would appreciate in the future if you could send us that ahead of time on the details, like you've just said. I mean, I'm trying to write down, but it's hard. If you could just send us that information, if it's okay.
For?
Like what you have said today.
Oh, yes.
Who
I
those
just
winners
didn't get it
were.
in time to Laura, and that's my fault. But I wanted to use this time to answer any questions.
Anything else?
No.
Tom?
Awesome.
I do not.
Thank you.
Anybody else that attended us today would like to come before the commissioners? Please.
Larry Preston, Randolph County Council. While I have both bodies here today, I just wanted to share a couple information things. We all read our email and so on and so forth, but I just wanted to share with the council and the commissioners that the salary committee which is Mike Stein, Missy Williams, Todd Holliday, and myself. We met on May the 28th, discussed things like cost of living and insurance. And we've got some homework to do, and we're going to try to meet again mid or late June for that. And then just if everybody doesn't know, the security committee will meet again on June the 10th at noon in the judge's office to understand what we did from June 1st to 10th. So just want to make everybody aware that.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
For that. So.
We know we have some tweaking to do.
Yeah.
On all that. So.
Yeah.
On the salary committee, you're not ready to identify anything at all, but is it going well? I mean.
Yeah, first meeting is, and I'm glad that, Todd's with us, because Todd and I and Tom was last year.
And Missy.
Missy's with us this time, and Todd has knowledge on the insurance and the cost of living, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just in the initial stages, but I wanted everybody to know since we had both bodies here.
Sure.
Since we were paying for a service, I'd also ask one of you to reach out to Barry and discuss those salaries and where we think is part of that committee.
Okay.
Yeah. For our own PSAP city?
For our own PSAP,
where we may or may not be lacking.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Miss, anything? You're on the committee, but anything?
No.
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, well. Not yet. Anybody else like to bring anything before the commissioners? I'm not sure that Sydney Shereznik identified, so if the public's watching, that was the Economic Development, or RCU Director for Randolph County. And on the open grant, I was referring to what we do know for the public is there are 8 recipients out of Winchester, 4 out of Union City, and 1 out of Parker City. That's how it was divided down. Until I get the information, but we'll get it out to everybody. So anybody else before we adjourn
Gary,
today?
I do have one
Yes,
thing.
ma'am.
Perry and I have been working a little bit about wanting to get some publicity because, Perry, can you come up? You could probably explain it a little bit better, but I'll explain my part of it. With the funding that we've done for that historic bridge that has been awarded, and so we wanted to make sure, and Tom and Gary and I spoke really quickly the other day about doing a newspaper article and submitting it to the Muncie Star, the Indianapolis Star, and our local News Gazette, just explaining how much the state and all the funding that we got in for that. Perry, you want to say anything about that?
I'm Perry Knox with SJCA Engineering. And,
who had a lot to do with this, with working with everybody else.
I just drafted up some information and sent it over to Missy on an update on, we just opened your first federally funded bridge that was, we applied for federal funds.
We're referring to which bridge?
County Road 100 West, right here northwest of town. I had one lane closed there for years.
I know which one it is before.
Yeah, we just got it open. I got a new bridge, and that was constructed. That was a pre-COVID application, so we had some difficult milestones there. Working through COVID and working through the inflation and those types of things. But we were able to get that bridge with no additional anticipated costs outside of the 20% match for everything from the engineering all the way through inspection. So that's the first of 7 bridges that currently have approved federal funding for Randolph County, and that's the first one to go to construction. Next year will be the bridge on North Main, and that'll be the second
And you've
bridge.
kept that out of the historical right now?
Correct. Yes, correct. Yeah.
How can you keep that one out and the one over on 500 off Highway 1 can't?
I don't know.
That's much more historical than the bridge.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah. So, but just wanted to.
It's a big deal getting the federal funding along with
And
the
then
state funding.
Yeah, in the article I also addressed, we have multiple bridges rehabilitation under state grants. I don't even know what the number would be so far. We're probably 20 million plus on getting federal funds for the county. So, and really appreciate working with Randolph County. I know.
I appreciate you and Joe. We're getting a lot of bridge activity going on, and right now up to date, we're well funded. Not well funded. I mean, we are funded, so things are moving along, and it's exciting to see.
We're looking at some more projects. There'll be another application period coming up this fall, so we're just going to keep going, and hopefully the federal government keeps helping with that match, so, yeah,
Great.
and the state government as well.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Tom, anything? Miss anything to add to
Nope,
that?
that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks for everything you've done.
Yeah.
Mary, you don't have anything at all? I've been delaying this adjournment just because you've been back here smiling.
I was hoping you didn't see me sitting back here.
Hoping to bring you another bill for a house coming down on the corner of Cherry and North very soon. Very bad shape, bad situation for the family, but it was owned by a mortgage company, so we're going to have to purchase it. But it needs to come down, and everybody's better off that we've got them into a better situation, because there was a lot of people living in a house with a leaky roof and more than likely utilities not on and things like that. And working on that, and then I'm working with the owner of 3 buildings on the square, which one had a total collapse, and I found out recently the other one, the roof just recently caved in on it. So I would say if we can get something done with them buildings, the city will more than likely own them 3 buildings and may have to demo 2 of them. So,
If you run out of your portion of it, I don't have any problem continuing on to get buildings down first.
well, I think the house we're getting ready to take would be number 3 for us this year.
No.
So we
I
may,
think one was the first, I think one might have been.
So as far as downtown, we will own them properties, so it may be the case where I do have 2 side by side taken down. I know one I had quoted for probably 30,000+ to take it down. I haven't done anything with the other ones. We're working on some appraisals right now. We're also going to bring in a drone and kind of take a big picture of the top sides of all them buildings. Downtown overall, the next 20 years, we could have more problems just because of the age of these buildings, and it don't take much neglect to cause problems.
Right.
So that's really about it.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Seeing nobody getting up, so I'd make a motion to adjourn. We have a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign. Thank you, everybody. We will open up the drainage meeting, what, is it 10 after 10? 10:30. I thought today would take long.